Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hybrid Movies, episode 61. I'm your host, as always, Nick, and I'm joined by Michael.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Glad to be back on another episode of Hybrid Movies. We got some good topics, and I hope you got your cups of tea and coffee and enjoy this episode.
And your booze and your green and all that, yeah. And we got James,
everything.
too.
Hi, DeLeo Neighborinos, and happy 2319.
This has been like a monster-themed week or something, because this news came out of literally nowhere. I think this was from THR broke this, that Zack Snyder is coming back to movies to direct his Dawn of the Dead sequel that he was trying to make back in like '07. That just kind of fell through at the time. It's titled Army of the Dead, and it's also taking place in Las Vegas. But this time he's partnering up with Netflix, and according to his statement, he says the chains are off this time, so he's going full Snyder. He has no restrictions at all, because it's like Netflix, you know, they can kind of just give you money and just do whatever you want. I mean, it should be interesting. I actually re-watched his Dawn of the Dead the other night, because it's on HBO streaming, and I still like that movie. It's still probably one of my favorite movies that he's done, besides like 300, I would say. But I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. I think that personally, the choice to do the DC movies was a big mistake he made. I think he should have just kept doing like original stuff, or like kind of, you know, working in the same kind of wheelhouse that he was doing, like stuff like Sucker Punch and all that kind of thing, because I mean that's really what he kind of excels at. But I don't know, what do you guys think about the news? Michael, any thoughts? Zack Snyder?
I like the news that he's coming back to film. I think he's been taking a well-deserved break, and obviously the unfortunate things that happened. But I'm happy to see that he's coming back. A zombie sequel on Netflix? Maybe he needs to get his creativity out, just go wild on Netflix. A Netflix film, like you said, where he has a lot of free reign. So yeah. I'm interested to see what the final product will be.
I think it could be cool. James, any thoughts on Schneider?
Yeah, I definitely think Netflix is a pretty good platform for him to work on. And hopefully, you know, we get the Snyder of old from, you know, from the late 2000s. You know, like 300. I also really enjoyed his Watchmen.
Okay.
I thought that was really good. But I think with those is that, like, with Watchmen and 300, like, they're pretty much like scene for scene same as the graphic novels.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you like read the graphic novel of Watchmen, for example, and watch the movie, outside of a few minor variations, like they're pretty much the same, you know. And I think, you know, and like even like his like on tenure with DC, like obviously I don't really like the movies that he directed, but at the same time, you know, like he worked on Wonder Woman, and I thought Wonder Woman was great. But I guess we'll just have to see. Now, is this a movie that he's doing, or is this like a limited series that he's gonna do?
It's a movie.
I think it's just one movie, but what Netflix does typically have, like, they have like a 3 movie deal, something like that. But okay. I think for this one, it's just one and done for at least that we know so far.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll definitely looking forward to see like what he brings, you know, to that. And like, you know, like because he's working on Netflix, like you said earlier, he's probably allowed to do a whole lot more than if he were to just make it straight to movie theaters.
I think he was getting the same amount of money that Bright was made for, like 80 or 90 million. So I mean, should be interesting to see. It actually sounds kind of crazy. The like log line or whatever, the synopsis is basically like this guy puts together like a team of mercenaries in Vegas to pull off some kind of heist during the zombie apocalypse. So it's like the hurricane heist or something. It's like, what?
Oh man.
So I don't know. It sounds kind of wild, but I mean, we'll see what happens. It's supposed to start shooting by the summer of this year, and probably be released next year, like spring maybe or something.